This is called a what-why square. This what-why square is going to go over what our learning target is for today. I am going to write the learning target that I know that I want you to learn today. And what I want you to be able to do today is I want you to be able to calculate the volume of an irregular prism. What you're going to do is you're going to put your heads together and you're going to talk about what do you think that this means? What are you going to be doing today? Heads together. Your head is with them. I should hear the conversation that you guys are talking about. No. Let's have you move over to Bree so that you feel like you're, Gary. So you feel like you're part of the group and not off by yourself.
And then have like okay.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think you're going to be doing today? And can you put your watch away, please? Thank you. You guys are having a conversation. What do you guys think? What do you think you're going to be learning about today?
Oh, so before what we're going to be learning about the what why, but like for math, when you were doing with Miss Woodman's class, I saw you bring out those little toy blocks.
So you think that you're going to be working with blocks today? Okay, volume. The space within a 3D object. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull a popsicle stick, and I would like for this student to share what your idea was or what your table group said. Rylan, can you please tell me what does your table group think that we are going to be doing today?
Calculate the volume of a regular prism.
Excellent. So you guys knew exactly this. Tell me in kid language, what does that mean? What did you guys think that that meant? That you're going to calculate the volume of irregular prisms?
We didn't really get to that.
You didn't get to that part? Okay, you're going to put your heads together quietly and you're going to get to that part, and I'm going to call on somebody else to hear what they say. Brady, what did your table group think? What are you guys going to be doing today?
We're going to be using blocks to calculate the volume and the radius of the prism.
Okay, so table group number 3 says that they're going to be using blocks to calculate the volume. Excellent. Table group point for you guys. Okay, back to Rylan. Rylan, now that you guys had the opportunity to discuss that a little bit more, what did you guys come up with kid language of what we're going to be doing today? Okay, so we still are going back to, we've got the calculate the volume. What does that mean? What do you think that means?
Figuring out the volume of an irregular.
So figuring out the volume, so taking that verb of calculate and changing that verb back to it. Excellent. Okay, table group point for 2. I love that you guys put your heads together and that you're using each other for help. Now I would like to know why. Why would we be studying volume? Why are we learning how to do volume? Heads together, and then we're going to talk about it.
We're going into the volume stuff because we're going into like how many blocks we can like fit in squares. Like we could probably fit 9 blocks in that little square that says use the blocks to contact. So, and 9 times 4 is 28. No. 9 times 4 is 36. So probably 36 blocks would fit in that whole square.
Volume. The space inside a 3D object. Excellent. Okay, I want to hear why in your language without me telling you my why. I want to hear why you think that we would be doing this. So, Siri, can you please tell me why would we learn to calculate volume? Does your group need to do heads together again? Okay, because I saw you guys were working really well. Carson's like, no, saw you guys working really well. Okay, give your ideas to Siri because I'm going to be coming back to you. So nice and quiet, heads together. Lion. So you believe that you need to know volume so that you can understand the 5th grade standard of volume. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to one more theory, and then I'm coming back to your group. So be prepared at this point. Eva, why would you guys need to do volume? What's the reason for students learning volume?
We need to learn it for life.
For life? Like where in life would you need volume? Okay, can you say that one more time? Life, and then what were those words that you used after?
Like college application.
Okay, so you're thinking that maybe you would need to know volume for life, for college? Okay, Siri, what did your group come up with? Why would you need it? Go ahead.
They said that when you buy a house, you need to know where you're putting stuff.
So you'd have to know the volume of how much space you would have? I'm happy to say that all of those are correct. It is a 5th grade standard. We are going to take that 5th grade standard and we're going to use it later in life. You'll need to know it in college. We do need to know those kind of things for a house. Here's an example of what I would say of why. I think that being able to understand practical of how we use things is important. So here's an example. Yesterday morning, I went to Costco to get gas. And I'm able to take the gas container and I'm able to pop it into my car to get gas. And it was cold out and I'm able to take this little button and I'm able to flip that button up and I was able to walk back over and sit down in my car while my gas was pumping. And sometimes your family might do the same thing. Sometimes I'm cleaning out garbage, sometimes I'm petting my dog, sometimes I'm checking my phone. I have that time available. All of a sudden I'll hear the pop noise and the gas is done. It will tell me that I can go out there. My car has been calculated to figure out what the volume of my gas tank is. It knows exactly how much gas can go inside so that when I go, I don't just click it and walk away and I come back and there's gas going all over the place. It is the same thing for filling up a hot tub. We need to know exactly how much water is going to go inside that space. My Diet Coke cans, do you really think that there's a person standing there with a giant Diet Coke filling each individual can just until it gets to the top? Do you think that happens? No, or do you believe that they have calculated the volume of what is going inside that can so that a machine can do it?
Yeah.
Right. So there's all of these real life applications that we use all the time that we don't even think about that are going to help us. Whether that be our washing machines, we need to know exactly. I'll tell you what, If your washing machine was to flood and get your floors ruined, it's awful. My machine, and some of you have had that happen, my machine knows how much water is going to go in there because somebody has calculated that for me. I don't have to think about that. My gas tank, somebody else has calculated that for me. So I don't have to think about exactly how much is going to go in there. Hot tubs, fish tanks, recipes. We are using volume of what goes inside all the time. Excellent. So today, this is my most favorite. And did you like the number corner for September?
Kind of.
Okay. It was, you would give it a thumbs up to a thumbs to the side because several of you thought it was a thumbs up. Some of you are here. This one is an all times, like if I had more than 2 thumbs, I would give those 2 thumbs. And I know that Emmett said, when I was walking out of Mrs. Wigman's class, I saw that the students got to use the little blocks. And the exciting thing about math is that I have the opportunity to teach you hands-on application. Now, if I wanted, I could just come up here and I could just show you paper and paper and paper, and you'd have to look at it, and you'd have great discussions, and I have no doubt you'd be able to get there to what I need you to know by standard. But I think it's more fun, more engaging and entertaining if I can actually touch things when I'm learning. Raise your hand if that's you. If you like to touch things when you're learning. Is that you? That's me. If I am all the time just having somebody talk at me, I kind of start drowning out. But if I'm able to do something and have somebody talk to me, I will learn so much more. Now, we're going to make a deal with each other. Our deal is I'm going to show you and tell you what I want you to do with the math manipulatives. And the deal is if you, and this goes smoothly, I'm going to give you the opportunity to just sit and play with these. Before we even get started with math, I'm going to give you the opportunity to build. If you want to build a happy face, if you want to build a cross, if you want to build a person, you can build whatever you want. But here's the rules. The rules are I'm going to pass out these manipulatives and they're in bags with each of your numbers. When I'm passing them out, you're going to get your bag and you're going to set it on your table group and you're just going to stare at it. You are not going to open your bag. You're not going to play around with the bag so that all I can hear is a bunch of manipulatives while I'm trying to pass out. And if we can do that, then I'm going to give you the opportunity to then open the bag and play with the math manipulatives before we actually do the math. Are we good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. My first bucket that I'm going to bring out is going to be 1 through 10. So if you hear your number and you're a student 1 through 10, you need to watch where my hand is setting it so that you can get your bag quickly. Edson, can you tell me what I'm going to do right now?
You're gonna call our numbers and you're gonna give it, or we're gonna have to come and get it.
Perfect. Are you allowed to play with them?
No.
Not right now, but will you when we're done?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So student 9, 3, 7, 10, 6, 8, 4, 2, 1, and 5. Oh, I can't hear them being played with. That makes me so happy. It sounds like you guys want to be able to play with them, and so you're respecting what I've asked you to do. I appreciate that. 12, 11, 16, 19, 23 is not supposed to be in here, so I'm just going to set that to the side. 17, 13, 14, 18, 15. Oh, we don't have a student 19. That's okay. I'll just put it back in the bucket. Edson or Cruz? Yes, Cruz. Oh, I'm coming right now. Somebody accidentally put that in the wrong bucket in Mrs. Woodman's class. 23, 25, 29, 28, 27, 31, 24, 26, 21, 22, 20, 30. Okay.
Is that it?
This is what it sounds like when I've asked you to not touch your manipulatives. This is what it sounds like. This is what it looks like. Okay, now you may open your bags and play with your manipulatives. Because I am excited. They pop open, so that's okay. They come like this in a bag, and then we just pop them and put them back together again like that.
Can we do that? Can we undo?
You want to?
You can have number 19.
Oh yeah, because we only did 32. Just go ahead and grab one of you. Grab 19.
That's mine.
I'm gonna build a rainbow.
Some of them have already been built. You're right. Mrs. Woodman's class didn't use these to build. Oh, you got one.
Already
They
made
all
a
came in a
cross.
bag just like that. And then I had to have, well, I didn't do it. I had students that put them together for me. Isn't that great? That's how they came in a bag like that. They came in a bag completely flat. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to put all of these together myself. And you know who did it? My students. They like to play with them. Is it fun? You have a cross without even doing anything.
It's like a box.
What?
When you have to
I know.
Yes, you're flattening the box.
My
You're
dad
right. I got it. Did you need a Band-Aid? If you do, they're in the top drawer by the sink. It's a big drawer. There's a little container that has them in there. You're taking all the time just to take them apart?
Yeah.
Are you building?
We built a fidget
Oh, you built a wall with your plastic? You only have about 2 more minutes.
I'm gonna make drunk.
I know, it goes so fast.
Why?
Because we have to do the math with them.
I don't want to do math. Oh well. It's better when you're just Let's go. I made this thingy.
Is that a 2D object or a 3D object?
A 2D
It's a 2D object. What makes you say that it's a 2D object?
because it's not like out like this. Like it's only like 2-sided. It's not like out and 4-sided.
Interesting.
No going to school.
Okay, 1 more minute.
There's no way I can stand though.
Thank you for finding those ones that you dropped. Okay, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0, and then your manipulatives are going to be sitting on your baggie. They don't have to go inside. You don't even have to break apart what you've got, but in 10 seconds. 10. Sitting on your baggie, all of them. 9. Sitting on your baggie, all of them. 8. Sitting on your baggie. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And 0. Table group number 1, thank you for having all of them. Table group 2, no. Table group 3, yes. Table group 4, yes. Table group 5, yes. Directions were they needed to be sitting on your baggie. Don't touch them now. Do not touch them now. This is what it sounds like. This is what it looks like. You are going to be tempted. So you have a choice. Your choice is to control your hands on your own or to sit on them. Because you are going to be tempted. I'm going to talk about the lesson and you are going to look down and you are going to be so excited. You are going to build. But you are going to build a specific shape. And I am going to give you some parameters of what your shape is going to look like. Last month in the number corner, every day was already filled in. This month, you will be given 3 clues to a mystery shape. And then you are going to use those clues to figure out what the mystery shape is. So now I'm going to show you those 4 mystery shapes. Mystery shape 1 looks like this.
Oh, I could eat that.
I would like for you not to build it. You are going to put your heads together in your group, and I want to know what the volume is of this shape. Using whatever you need other than building it. You're not going to touch your manipulatives because I'm not going to hear manipulatives. And I want to know what the volume is of Q. So when I pull on you, you're not only going to tell me what the volume is, how do you know? Okay, heads together. Volume of Q.
No, it's inside a 3D object. I want to invite you because why do you tell me I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. I'm on the stand. On the backside.
Volume. Volume. The space within a 3D object. I would like for this student to please tell me what is the volume or how many cubic units are there in Q? And then how do you know? Izzy, can you please tell me how many cubic units are in Q?
So like how many it's showing?
How many are in the whole shape? If that shape was sitting right there on that table, how many cubes would you have?
12.
You would have 12. What do you see that makes you say 12?
Because there's 9 on the bottom.
9 on the bottom. Tell me about the 9 that you see on the bottom.
Wait, no, not 9.
Not 9? How many are on the bottom?
6.
6 on the bottom. How did you get 6? You're right. How did you get 6?
Because on the side it shows that there's 2, and on the front there's 3, and 3 times 2 is 6.
So you have an understanding of that multiplication fact is 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so now you have your 6. And then how did you, because you told me there was 12, so how did you get the rest of them?
And on the top of this, on top of the 6, there's also another 6 because there's like 1 block here, here, and then on top.
Okay, so the 1 block here, 1 block here, and 1 block here, and you said you know that there's 6. I also saw that you might have been adding as you went along. Is that okay too? Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Table group 0.45. Thank you. Another one. I want to hear, what did you get? Now that Izzy knows she's correct, and we know that there's 12. I want to know, and if you have a same, then just tell me that that's how you solved it. But if you or your teammates solved it in a different way to get that 12, tell me about that so that I can give your team a team point for that. But if you did it the same way, that's okay too. It's not here. Rylan, we know it's 12. How do you get 12?
Did it the same way?
Did it the same way. Eva, did you come up with a different way of doing it? Same way? Okay. Hey, Brian. You want to come on up here and get your baggie number? Reagan.
2 times 6.
2 times 6. Where did you come up with 6 at?
At the bottom, and then, so we did the same thing as she did for the bottom and the other side, then we multiplied it.
So you said this base right here is 6, and then you knew that you had 2 groups of 3, so you did 3 times 2 and you put them together. Excellent. Give me a thumbs up if you did it a different way. Give me a thumbs up if you did it a different way. I love hearing how you do it because my mind sees things differently. Are you okay if I share with you my way of how I did it?
Yeah.
My brain automatically saw this group of 5 right here. It automatically just flew to that 5. And I could see that, oh, if there's 5 on this side and it's the mirror object of this side, there's 5 on this side, 5 on this side, and I saw 2 down the middle. Is there anyone, give me a thumbs up if that was also how you solved it. So there's a couple of you that did solve it that way. It is awesome that we can solve these so many different ways and that we're all right. And I think that's another reason why I like volume. Is there is an algorithm that we're going to learn for a regular one, but for irregular, it's however we can come up with solving it is the right way of doing it. And we can all use our brains different ways. So Reagan, thank you for being able to share that. Okay, so I told you that there were 4 different ones. One more that you're going to look at and calculate, and then I'm going to put the other 2 up here. I would like for you to go ahead and calculate what is the volume of, I have to pick, the volume of this shape. You're going to put your heads together and be ready to explain to me what you did to get there, what math you did. Okay, go ahead and put your heads together. So don't touch your back. You can take them out now. You're fine. You can take them out now. And then you're going to go ahead and we're going to be building in just a second. Okay, but we're just not playing with them right now. I'm glad you came back for this part.
No, 2 plus 3. Oh my god.
You guys are all ready to answer? Hoping I pull your stick? You're not there yet? Okay.
8.
You guys are ready for me to pull your sticks? Excellent. Is Rylan ready? Because he seems to be the one I just keep pulling. Right?
Yeah.
He's the lucky one today. He high-fived me and my hand just went straight for him. Excellent. Sorry. Okay, volume. Volume. The space within a 3D object. It's perfection. Makes my teacher heart happy. Okay, here we go. The volume. And walk me through how you got it. Arian, what is the volume of S? How many cubic units are in S?
18.
18. Can you please, you are correct. Can you please tell me, how did you get 18?
I started at the bottom since I saw 3 blocks, so I went by 3.
Okay.
And then I went up it, and then I went by 2 and then 1, and then went on the other side.
Okay. So you knew that there were some on the back side then?
Yeah.
Excellent. And so then what did you add together to get your 18? Did you say you did this, 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 and that?
Yeah.
And then you added them together. So how many was this front side that you got here?
8.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
That's okay. So 9.
yes.
So you knew that there were 9 in front. So if there's 9 in front, how many are in the back?
Technically, another 9.
Another 9, and when you add those together, you get 18. Excellent. That is a table group point for you. Thank you. I'm going to have another table group explain. And then, like I said, we are this close to building. this close. You're doing such a great job. Your hands are even out. Not a lot of you are sitting on them, so that means that you are trusting yourself, which I appreciate. Gracelyn, I would like to know, now, Arian already told us there's 18.
Yeah.
Can you please explain to me how you or your team did it, if it's different than how he just did that?
So I acted like the very top ones were like in that empty space, and then I counted those all together, and I knew it was 9 in the front.
Okay.
So it would be a mirror image for the back, so I counted 9 again.
So you had that figured out that way with the mirror image. I know, they'll call over the intercom if they need us. Excellent. Okay, first off, I'm curious because this is a common way that I'm used to hearing about it. How many of you did a group of 4, a group of 6, and a group of 8? If that's you, give me a thumbs up. That's not me. I'm just curious because so many different students did that. Excellent. Okay. The other thing that we didn't talk about is in Mrs. Woodman's class this morning, students were wondering, are they trying to trick me? Are there really some missing in the back that I can't see? They're not. Because it's a 2D shape and they're doing the best job they can with being able to present that material, we have to assume that those ones, even though we can't see them in the back, we have to assume that they're back there. Okay, you have now seen 2 of the 4 mystery shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the other 2. So far you have seen Q and you have seen S. And the other 2 mystery shapes that we have here are the letter V. Do you think you'd be able to calculate V if I asked you to? Yeah. Okay, and some of you probably as soon as I put it up there, your brain just automatically started calculating. And then we have R. So here are your 4 mystery shapes. So now what I have here in my hand is I have day 1, day 2, and day 3 of October. And we need to figure out which one of these is supposed to be day 4. Which one is October 4th? And I have some clues. The first clue that I'm going to give you is that when I'm looking top down, so after this has been created, if I'm standing and I'm looking over it to see, what I'm going to see is I'm going to see 3 going across and I'm going to see 2 going up and down. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at this one. I do see 3 going across and I do see 2 here. Same thing, I see 3 going across because these are all, even though these are down lower, my eye is gonna pull them up. So I still see 3 by 2. Still see a 3 by 2. And I still see a 2. Okay, yeah, I can't take any away. October 1st did nothing to take any of them away. They all fit for October 1st. October 2nd is the side view. If I was to create this on my desk and come around and look at it from the side, this is what I would see. My side view is going to have, and this one actually matches up beautifully for us to be able to see. We're going to have the 3 going up and down, and we're going to have the 2 here to the side, okay? That one fits that one. Oh, wait a second.
That one does fit that one.
I see it does. We're going to keep it in. It's an in, so this one's in. But look at this one. This one has the 3 going up and down here, but it also has the 3 going up and down here. So it can't be S. So I'm going to take S out. Yes, you can definitely see that one over. So I'm going to flip that one out here. Q, you're still in it. You could still be our mystery. L. Okay, we can still see the 3 and 2, so L gets to stay in it. And let's go ahead and... Okay, so now we're down to 3. This is going to be it right here. When I show you this 3rd, when I show you this 3, you are going to build the one that you think it is. It is either going to be R, Q, or V. So you're going to build it. And I've got the mystery right here. This is what the front view is going to look like. If you were to build it and bend down and look at it straight on, the front view is going to look like that. Build which one of these matches that shape. Go ahead and build.
No. Oh, look, all of the other things.
Casey, you're building which one you think it is.
I think it's B.
And then talk about it so that if somebody else disagrees. So is this B? Or is this Q or an R?
Can I make a ball?
Got it. So you have the one that you're ready to go. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what evidence give us.
Oh, so evidence to be able to support it. Excellent. Which one did you create?
B because because this kind of looks like an L, and then it also it looks like an L like this, and from the side it looks like this and this. So that's why I think it's a B.
That's where you're at.
Done.
Excellent. I can see a lot of people are building.
Building more. I'm building more of the ones I think it is.
Oh, so you're multiple of that one letter. Excellent. 30 more seconds. Okay, put it together and build your letter. You got your letter built. So maybe we don't even need 30 seconds. So what's
Is that?
Still alive. You know what it is?
You know what it is?
it's right here. It rolled over under Lion's chair. Okay. Volume. Volume, the space inside a 3D object. Excellent. Okay, so now your hands are off your manipulatives. It's hard. It's so hard to have them. It's like having something in front of you and you want to do it. Okay, I'm curious of which letter. You have opportunity to work in the groups to be able to create. Which letter did you decide on? Lion, I chose you. Yes. Lion, which letter did you build?
I built
V. And can you please tell me why you built V and not Q and not R?
I built V because it goes down 3 and it goes across 3, like the front view. And even though that R does that, it has the bump on the side, and you'll see that from the front view.
Excellent. So what you're saying is you believe it's V because V makes that perfect L. And R started with a perfect L, but it has these two bumps right here. That's what you said. Excellent. Would you mind if I take your V here and I'm going to hold up his V in front? Can you give Lion a thumbs up if you agree that it is V?
Yeah.
Give him a thumbs up if you agree that it's V. Excellent. And we have the proof to be able to show. Is there anyone that thought it was a different letter and now can see, oh, I see now that it's V? Okay, and if that was you, sometimes it's good just to be able to have that first visual to be able to go. Okay, are you ready for the next 4 days in the number corner? Yeah. Because, I mean, look, it's October 6th right now. You're going to come back and it's October 7th. We may as well go through the 8th. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then we have 1, 2, 3, V. Now, S is going to come back into play. And now we have one more letter that I am going to add to the collection. Without your manipulatives, in your group, I would like for you to calculate the volume of L. L is the one that we're adding in. Without building it, I want you to figure out what is the volume of L. I'm going to take these off and make this a little bit bigger so that you can see it. Go ahead and talk and calculate what is the volume of L. Do you need somebody to go down with you, or are you good by yourself? Okay, perfect. You're not building them. You're not playing with your manipulatives.
What you said?
like a weird shape.
Okay, volume, the space within a 3D object. Excellent. This student, for a table group point, I want to know what is the volume of L? What is the volume of L and how did you get it, or how did your group get it? TJ, what is the volume of L? I hear manipulatives.
9 is the one right there, so 9 plus 9.
So can I just stop you real quick? Are you saying this is the group right here that's 9? Am I understanding that correct? And then when you say plus 9, are you doing then the 9 in the back that I can't see? Okay, so 9 in the front, 9 in the back is how many?
18.
Perfect. Okay, and then what do I do from there?
And then plus 3 from the top.
18, 19, 20. Perfect. Excellent job. Due to time, because I want us to be able to build, and I want to be able to go through and to be able to see. You are absolutely correct, TJ, and that is a table group point for you. Okay, we have all of our original letters that we started with, which were Q. We have S, we have L, and we have R. Here we go. I know you guys are so excited about your table group points. So you're getting closer to rewards and or just earned your popcorn reward. So you guys are holding it together very well. I'm very impressed. Okay. Top view. We're not playing with our manipulatives. We're not even touching them. We have to sit on our hands if we think we're going to touch them. Okay. Top view. 3 by 2. 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 Thank you. The fifth, you did nothing to help us. Okay. Side view. Side view. Looks familiar. Okay. Q can stay.
That's down here.
Again, poor S has this extra one that it comes forward for I. Okay. So S, you're out.
Nope. Out.
That one's going to slide forward for our I, and we're going to go ahead and see that. So I'm so sorry, L, you just joined us, and you're already out.
Yep. Out. No.
Okay, so the 3 by the 2. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to give you the front view, and when I give you the front view, you're going to build. Are you ready for that? I think that you're ready. Go ahead and build it. Front view.
I see it. You can stay one more day. Bing Bong Belushi now. Time to Bing Bong Belushi. You guys remember?
Front view.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. What are you excited about?
Oh, dumb. Cool.
Yeah?
Isn't that 4 up there, and then we just got the point?
Yeah, you did just get a point. But the 69 plus?
I did it. No. It's like
Has to be one of these two. It has to be Q or R.
look, it's the same thing, and it just lines up perfectly.
It does, but we have to have a Q or an R. Those are the only ones. I know. Okay, about 30 more seconds. I'm so impressed with how mature you're being with these manipulatives. It's hard to not play. Wow, you came back so fast and got it done like so fast. Okay, your hands are going to be off. Your manipulatives when I count down from 5 to 0. 5, hands off. 4, hands off. 3, hands off. 2, hands off. 1, hands off. 0, we're off. It's hard, isn't it? when students in your group are still doing it when I'm done, because then they lose table group points for you, and it's frustrating. I understand that when you're working so hard. Okay, let's go ahead and see this student. Which one did you choose? Which one did you choose, Valeria? Did you choose to create Q, or did you choose to create R? Q. Why did you choose Q and not R?
Because the front, that one looks more similar than that one.
Okay, what makes the front of Q more similar than this one? What's off about R that you couldn't create R?
Because right there, like, there's 3, and then down there's 3, but there's missing 1 block.
So maybe if I was to take this block and set it up there, it would give us that visual of a U.
Yeah.
Excellent. How many of you agree with Larry? Give her a thumbs up if you agree. Excellent. I love it. What I'm going to ask for you to do is take your manipulatives, put them back in your baggies. Put your manipulatives back in your baggies. Check under your desk if you accidentally dropped one, but put them back in your baggies. Quickly put them back in your bag. You're not building. You're quickly putting them back in your baggie. You want to see which table group has them in their baggie. You guys should be good because you only have 4 of you. I'm looking for table groups to have them back in their baggies first. Volume, the space within a 3D object. Okay, listen up for directions. This is going to be 20s and 30s. This is going to be my teens, 11 through 19. This is going to be my 1 through 10. If you are an even number student, could you please put your manipulatives away? Even. Hi, Mrs. Silscott. Perfect. I will do that. Okay, bye. Are you even or odd? Now I can't even remember what I said. Okay, odd students. This is the 20s and 30s. This is the teens. That is the 1s and 10s. This is the 20s and 30s. This is the teens. That's the 1 through 10s.
So I made this similar thing, and then when I was talking about it, I was like, Eva, look.
Not right now we can't. You definitely just had a brain break. That was definitely a brain break. Okay, I'm looking for students to be seated in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Who can tell me what we did today? What was our what? What was our what today? I don't have the square up here. You can't see the what, y square. What did we do today? Put Valeria back in there. Get your table group point. What did we do today? Savi, what did we do?
Today we were like exploring how volume works and how we can like measure and see different like widths and lengths.
Perfect. So Savi's saying today we used volume to be able to explore and to be able to see different lengths and different widths. Because that was important for us to be able to do that. Excellent. That is exactly what we were doing today. Today we were calculating the volume of an irregular prism. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing volume? Why would I take the time for us to do volume, Siri? Why are we doing volume? In your own words, why are we doing volume?
I don't know. Maybe because we need to know it in life.
Perfect, because we need to know it in life. There's real life applications that are going to need to know for volume. Now, it's going to get to a time where I'm going to teach you the algorithm to solve larger things, because really, I'm not going to try and figure out how many blocks can go into my washing machine for water. I'm not going to take a bunch of blocks home and line them all up so I can figure out exactly how many cubic units are in there. Somebody's done that for me. Thank goodness, right? Because there's people that do that. That's their job. My job is to teach you the basics of volume so that you can then build on that every year from here. Now I want to know about what you learned today. I want to know, and some of you are like, you're already ready to tell me, and I can't wait to be able to see this. What I would like for you to do is take your computer and have your computer open on your desk, please. Yep, we're just finishing up right now.
Like a math lesson.
Yep, we're finishing it right now.
How? Wait, we're doing something on the computer?
Yes, I'm going to tell you what to do if you go sit down. Thank you. Well, we'll see. Table group 3 or table group 4. So sorry, table group 4. Thank you. And I just looked back. Every single one of the students in your group had their computers open, but then you also weren't talking to each other. So that was so respectful. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, you are going to see that up on the board, I'm in Schoology. And you are also going to see that I'm in your math section. Could you please go to your math section of Schoology? And I'm going to ask for you not to click on anything because I want to be able to walk you through. Because I've learned this morning after teaching Mrs. Woodman's class that I want to be able to say one thing before I set you forward, because I want you to feel successful and to be successful on this task. So, looking around at your computers, some of you are looking at yourself in your reflection. You look fine. It's the end of the day. We're all a little bit messy, but you're fine. I'm going to go home. Okay, you are in Schoology, and you are in math. You will notice that there is something that says October 6th, number corner, exit ticket. Could you click that? I'm going to ask for you not to start that because I feel as if I need to go over the verbal directions for this so that you can be successful. You will notice that this is a picture of days 1, 2, and 3 that we did today. Here is that top view. Here is that right view, and here is that front view. There are the 4 letters that we had. We had Q, we had R, we had S, and we had V. You had to come up with what the 4th one was in there. This is me being way too ahead. I want to know, which letter was it that goes in the 4th one? Which one meets this top view? This was the right view if we were looking at it from the right side only. Which one in the front if we were to bend down and see in the front? Now, what I don't want you to do is just give me the letter. And here's why. Here's why I don't want just the letter. Because the directions say, which letter was day 4? Okay, I do need the letter. What is your proof that you were correct? How do you know if you believe it's Q? How do you know it's Q? If you believe it's R, how do you know it's R? If it's S, how do you know it's S? Or if it's V, how do you know it's V? That's worth 2 points. 1 point for you telling me the letter, and then your second point is how do you know? The second thing is, what is the volume of that shape that you chose? If you chose S as the shape that's number 4, what was the volume and how do you know? How did you calculate it? This is everything we just talked about in our table groups. But now you're going to do it on your own. You may go ahead and enter that into the comment section right underneath that question. This is your exit ticket for me to see, how did I do today? What do you remember from today?